Hello and welcome again to the Order 66 raid. This one is now for my pirates, who I do have at Relic 1. I have had them at Relic 1 for the last couple of raids, but I couldn't quite figure out how to max score it. I also did have, Zeta's missing at one point, I believe, and also the stars weren't always high. I'm still missing Brutus at 7-star, but, it's we'll get there with them. We're getting there. It's just the farming on the shards is just a pain. Sometimes I think through the triple drop day and the double drop days, I think I've gained a total of like 8 shards, which is just ridiculous, really. I pretty much still average less than one a day overall, which was a real annoyance. I was hoping I got at least like about 15 or so, but here we are, still farming him forever. But yeah, going in again as with my mods, very much. I did try to mix my mods up for my other teams a little bit, so I have set up mod loadouts, so I can swap between each of my teams. As obviously my Claire and Beck team has the best mods, all being gold, and a lot of speed going on and stuff. And I think I kind of realised I needed to do this with all my teams, is just try and get as much speed going, as much damage, whatever not really. And it's just a lot of just remodding really ultimately got me to the point where I can finally beat the tier. But yeah, I'll talk less. Obviously, again, if you want to look at any of the mods in particular, just pause the video. There's 10 seconds between each character that I'm showing, so you'll a bit of time to quickly look through them, but just pause it if you're any specific character you want to look at. I think the main thing is Vayne, because he is kind of there to tank. You do want to boost him up as much with his health and protection. Everyone else, you can kind of focus a bit of damage. Obviously, it's a bit of survivability, but speed mostly. Other than that, Hondo, I never really used him before. Obviously, doing him for this raid, I've found I absolutely love him. I love how his kit works. Obviously, you've got that risk where he can escape if you put his capture down on someone, and then they get killed too quickly. But once he gets going, he's relentless. I've kind of found. But yeah, going in, it's very much like I said. Brutus is the only one who's not at the 7-star yet. But all at Relic 1, which is a requirement. This is for the 600k points max score. But again, you'll see kind of how I approach it. Obviously, I try not to AoE as much as I can, just because of all those counter attacks reducing the stacks. I think even with this kind of, it was a bit of a pain. It took me a few attempts. Main thing was just trying to take out the one guy on the end first. Again, also with the stacks of with the stacks of execute, that ability that increases it. With Bane, there still is that kind of issue. If he dies and you use it, you increase the stacks and then you revive Bane. Which, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Bane didn't survive. So when they've been Order 66, they don't actually revive. But yeah, if you have Vayne rather, and you basically do that, the ability that increases the stacks of execute, and then you revive Bane, he actually can use it again. So instead of getting your 5 stacks, you're getting 10 stacks increased. Which obviously, I think it's a cheese, because I don't think it's intended, to be honest. But I don't know. It might be. It might actually be a thing is part of the game. But I can imagine it's just a bit of a cheese on the game. But yeah, like I said, this one I did find it a little bit more of a pain in the ass. I did make the mistake. I think I used Kix's revive several times when I just did not need to. But it might have been just to prevent the counter attack, to be honest. At points. Or maybe that's what I was thinking. But yeah, get through that first stage as always. It becomes an awful lot easier. Then you just try and take out the stealth guys as always, just so they can't his abilities. And again, you see, like, nades. Don't mind a one counter attack here or there because, you know, it's not going to do a lot, especially if you can, you know, wipe out the stealth guys, because they're the ones who are going to reduce the cooldown quite a bit. Yeah, there you go. Second stage done. Final stage would be all that's needed left. Obviously, again, target your stealths, you know, the disguise, and this is what I mean with Honda. You know, I've got those 20 stacks of the profit, and he starts putting down like ability blocks and whatnot, which are just really good, especially on these where it stops them throwing them nades, stops them the cooldowns, stops them reducing the stacks as much as possible. You know, and there we go. Straight on to finally last one. One big hit, gone, and easy peasy. You know, once you finally get a hang of it, it just becomes a lot easier. But yeah, that's my 600k max score with Pirates. And you know, again, if it's helped you, obviously go back, have a look at the mods, see what I've kind of done. If you're still struggling, like I said, it can take you a few attempts, but it's just trial and error with these raids, really, isn't it? So, you know, have a look back. Obviously, if it's helped you out this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. But thank you for watching.